Hi players, bonjour from Paris, my name is Asaf and welcome to my channel Easy Board Games. Today I'm going to show you my favorite hidden movement games. So this type of games is something that I got exposed to pretty much at the beginning when I just started to play board games. So the game that I have over here, and we'll talk about it a bit more in just a few more seconds, is one of the first games that I bought. And oh my god, was I surprised. So let me present to you Letters from Whitechapel. That is the first hidden movement game that I would like to talk about. So over here on the board, you can already see that the material that we have here is very basic. We have here some pawns that Jack the Ripper will have to kill at some point, and then all the police will actually appear on the board in shape of, again, some other pawns. And then we're going to start having some sort of a race. After Jack the Ripper has left the corpse, the other detectives will need to pursue after him and catch him. Jack the Ripper will of course have to use some different tokens like a carriage that will allow him to move 2 steps instead of 1, or something that is called an alley that will allow him to go from one place to another if it's on the other side of this perimeter. And also we can see that behind the screen that Jack the Ripper has, it's pretty much cool because we have the minimap that is already printed on the back of it, and even all the sides are going to be used as a player aid because we have the number of carriage or the alley tokens that are going to be used in every night. And it's really something that is super basic. Again, material wise, this is just a small piece of cardboard, very thin. So as you can see, we don't have a million things over here. This game is not too flashy, it's very basic, but I'm saying it in a very, very positive way. So for me, it was such a great decision to start discovering other hidden movement games after I already had Letters from Whitechapel. And this is why, guys, this is my #1 recommendation. If you are new to hidden movement games, if this is something that was just intriguing for you and you've never got around it or something like that, Letters from Whitechapel is definitely the choice for you. The next game on my list, you guys, is Beast from Studio Midhall. This is a 2 to 4 player game that on top of the hidden movement aspect, we're also going to have here drafting and hand management. So very quickly, the game at the beginning, we will need to choose the contract. So it's going to be according to the number of players that we have at the table. Right over here, you see the Great Cleansing. We're going to have additional rules for the setup, and then the winning conditions for the beast or for the hunters. And then because this game is going to have 3 phases, the dawn, day and night, each night, if one of the sides, either the hunters or the beast, manage to keep certain achievements, certain conditions, they're going to receive certain rewards. So the first phase of this game is going to be done, where we're going to do drafting with these cards that we have over here, the action cards. Then we're going to have the day phase. This is the meat and bones really of the game, where the beast is going to move to the different places trying to achieve at least one of the things that it needs. And after that, of course, the hunters are going to run after it and try to see where they can put some trail tokens like we have right over here. The beast also will be able to kill some animals in order to receive some of these metal coins that are called grudges. And the last phase, which is night, this is where we'll be able to upgrade, and it's a little bit some sort of like a small reset for the game. And we're going to start again from the dawn phase. What did I like in this game? First of all, we can already see that the components over here are much more elevated from Letters from Whitechapel. This is not already an abstract game. We have here beautiful acrylic standees and all the animal tokens, the metal coins, the beautiful art, the cards, the board. The game looks really awesome. And also, and this is super important, I feel that Beast is much more balanced than maybe even the other games that I'm going to present you in just a few more minutes. I really feel that here the beast can't just disappear in the streets of London or on this the drenched lands as we have here on the map. So it feels much better, okay? It feels that really you need to plan your strategy. You cannot just go all willy-nilly all over the board and do whatever you want. And the hunters have some awesome things like traps and watchtowers. and really you can see that there are so many more layers into this game. But with that, I have also quite a few things that are a little bit weird for me. It's more about the production of the game. So let me start with the first one. So probably the biggest mystery for me was the small minimap that we have over here. First of all, the screen itself, which is pretty awesome, okay? Because you have pretty much a player aid on it, but for the hunters, you don't have a player aid, and that is a little bit weird for me. The second thing is that the beast needs to keep track all the time where does it go on the minimap, but we don't have really a way to follow it with the minimap. So what I did when I played is just to take different tokens, either upgrade tokens from the game or different tokens, and then really I need to mark it. In my opinion, this is something that should have been already in this, especially when you look over here, you see that they already thought about doing this like with a dual layered. So I'm like, you already know what dual layered is, so this is just something that you need to add to this game in order for it to be easier. Because when we're looking over here at the board, and let me show it to you a little bit better, when the beast is going to add card after card after card of where did it go, I don't think that anyone can remember really if the first time they put north and then west and then no movement and whatever, and after 5-6 cards, really no one can remember exactly the route that the beast took, and I think it's going to damage the game. And another thing that is weird for me, where are those bags? Now, I don't have a problem with deluxe versions of games. Most of the time I even prefer it, but I wanted the deluxe version to have like some sort of sense, not only for the sake of deluxifying something, you know what I mean? So if you already decided to do it, you have here like small bags, either for the grudge coins or for the different habitat tokens. But I'm like, it's not one of these games that you need to draw something from a bag and then like you have a nice bag to draw from, and I'm like, okay, this is just here we had some extra and we didn't know what to do with it, so you decide now what you want to do with it. I don't know if it makes sense, okay, because I'm not a company, I have no idea what you need to do, but just if you can take the money that you invested in this and do something that is going to be more pleasant, not only when I'm setting up the game and when I'm taking it down. And the last thing that is a little bit weird for me, because in a certain pledge in the Kickstarter, you can buy like different screens for the minimap. So over here, as we saw, it is pretty cool because you have here like a player aid for the beast itself, and that is awesome. But when you open the other screens, it's just art on both sides, and I'm like, why guys? But you had it so good. Can't you just like have beautiful art on the outer side and then like the player aid on the inside? It's like I don't ever want to play with these screens because it is much less comfortable for me. So this is something, and you have, how many you have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you have here 6 of those. Why the fuck would I need 6 screens for the minimap? It is so weird for me. So Beast is all in all a great game with some weird design choices. The third game on my list is going to maybe surprise you a little bit, because while it is a hidden movement game, it's not the main thing in it, and that is City of the Great Machine. City of the Great Machine by German Tichomirov is a 1 to 4 player game in which the different players will take either the role of the Great Machine or the heroes that are trying to save all the people from the master plan of the Great Machine. So over here, as you can see, we don't have the conventional board that we are used to, and that is because every game you will be able to set the tiles of the city in a completely different way. You just need to follow a few rules. So this is something that we didn't have in Letters from Whitechapel, didn't have in Beast, and also we will not have it in the 4th game on the list. But here, literally, no game will be like the other, because every time you can do different things with these tiles of the city. At the beginning of each turn, first of all, we will draw something that is called a city event, and we will have here some conditions either for the duration of the round, or for the end of it. And then we will know if the great machine is going to advance the master plan by one step, just like we can see over here. The moment that it will reach 12, but on the other side, of course, then the game is over and the great machine has won. But on the other side, if the heroes have managed to do 3 riots in 3 different districts of the city, then the heroes are the one that are going to win the game. We have here a super elegant game that we're going to again have so many more layers than the usual hidden movement games that we're used to see. The great machine will be able to move these small guards in every district. If it's the major district, we'll be able to do a different special action. We have here all the famous citizens, which is another cool mechanism that we have here, that the heroes will be able to identify one by one, or a bit more if they can pay for it. And then when they're going to raise the level of discontent in the city, they're basically going to have more followers or more famous citizens that are willing to participate in the revolution that the heroes are going to try and create. So here in City of the Great Machine, the player who's going to do the hidden movement is not the bad guy like we saw with Jack the Ripper or the Beast or the 4th game that we're going to talk about just in a few more minutes. Here, the players that are going to do the hidden movement are actually the heroes. The heroes are going to talk between themselves and going to choose what they're going to do in the upcoming turn. They're going to choose a specific card and then going to put it face down on the table. Then actually the great machine is going to play with its agent, moving from one district to another, taking specific actions, or just going to try and do an arrest of one of the heroes. You're going to try to guess or have at least an educated guess of what will happen in the next round. And after the great machine has finished playing, then the heroes are going to reveal the cards that they chose, and then they will have to go to that specific location. So again, we have here more layers and more depth into this game. In terms of replayability, I can really say it's endless over here. I think that it's going to take a lot of time for you to get bored from City of the Great Machine, just because it offers a variety of modules and things that you'll be able to do. The 4th and last game that I will show you in this video, and I think most of you maybe have waited for it, is Mind Management, the psychic espionage game. This game was created by Jay Cormier and Sen-Fung Lim, and this is a 1 to 5 player game. So why did I decide to finish the video with Mind Management? Well, I think that in this game we have really going back to the basics. So on this game we have again no real presence of the recruiter in the board. Instead is going to use this thing that we have behind the screen, which is a minimap of the board itself. And it's pretty fun because we get to assign all the movements that we did. We get to circle. It really feels like this plan of an agent that is going from here to there. And to be honest, it's a lot of fun, even this small aspect of the game. And you have the rogue agents that will go from one place to another, asking questions, and then if the recruiter has passed there, he will need to take one of these step tokens and place it in maybe different locations that he has visited in this turn. So the mission of the recruiter is either not being caught or recruit 9 other people, 9 agents, and the mission of the rogue agents will be to capture it. So this game is super fun because it is such a hidden movement in its core game. To have here the possibility to play with only one player, like it's a solo game that you'll be able to play against the game itself, is something that is super special for me. I think that is totally something that is elevated from letters from Whitechapel. And also we'll have here something that is very awesome, because every time one side will lose, it will be able to open a new package of cards with some new rules or new special powers that you'll hide from the other side. And they really encourage you to continue and play in the same group, so you'll have some sort of continuity from one game to another. and I think that it is something that really contributes to the experience of the game. So guys, in order to conclude the video, here are my recommendations. If you're completely new to hidden movement board games, if you were just intrigued by it but never got around playing one of them, definitely my number one recommendation for you is Letters from Whitechapel, which just brings you the core of hidden movement. And I feel that after playing that, you'll be able to say if this is something that is speaking to you, if you would like to explore this genre of games a little bit further more, or if this is not at all for you and you can let go this hidden movement concept. Then if you would like to move forward after liking this game, or if you're not so new to hidden movement board games, I totally think that Mind Management is completely a treat. I think that it's a very light game, but still you have many things that you'll be able to do. Also, of course, if you're a solo board gamer, then there is no doubt Mind Management is the closest, I think, board game that will be able to bring you to this experience of hidden movement, and yet you'll be able to play it solo. Then I feel that if you're already into hidden movement board games, and this is something that you know that you already like, and you're just looking for more layers and you're looking for more depth into the game, then Beast is definitely the game for you. I feel that on top of the hidden movement game, that you have the drafting mechanism and the hand management and the different actions and upgrades, and on general how this game works, I think this is the game for you. Last but not least is City of the Great Machine. And not because this is my least favorite game out of the four, it's just because I think there is less emphasis on the hidden movement aspect. Of course, the hidden movement aspect is still over there because the heroes will move in a hidden kind of way, but I feel that there are so many other things that are going on in the game that are not related to the hidden movement, that this is a little bit drifting away from the hidden movement genre. Guys, if you've been watching so far, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. If you learned something new or saw something that you like, please consider subscribing to my channel and help me grow this amazing community. Like and comment on the video. Let me know what you think, first of all, about my choices of this list of games that I have over here. Let me know if you feel that I did a mistake. Maybe there's, in your opinion, another game that should have been on this list. Let me know if you think that there's another game I should check, and then maybe my opinion will change about these games. And of course, let me know if there's a specific kind of game that you would like me to do a teach or just a review. Thank you very much, and see you next time.